For real?
Yeah.
Trenton Grooming.
Let's chat.
Yeah,
Trenton Grooming. Trenton Grooming. Trenton Grooming. Trenton Grooming. Trenton Grooming. Trenton Grooming.
Yo, y'all know what it is. We back. Global Unlimited Podcast. You know, we had to play the theme song, Trenton Grew Me. You know, that's where we're from every day, all day. And where we at right now is at Howard's Healthy Choices Cultural Center. I'm saying Ms. Howard and the with the rest of the staff and the kids. I'm saying the summer program. So make sure y'all come down here, reach out, donate. You know what I'm saying? Accepting all types of donations. As soon as you give me that list, I can tell y'all what it is. So I'm just waiting on that list. But I got a special guest. I supposed to have 2 guests today. Unfortunately, one of my guests couldn't make it. We'll see her probably next week. But we still got my man Vincent Scott in the building. You know what I mean? I saw the company last couple weeks ago after you came to the show. Uh-huh. So let them know what's the name of the company, like the full name, because I can't pronounce it.
That's okay. It's cool. It's called Nu-Ankh Vegan Soul Catering.
Nu-Ankh.
Nu-Ankh.
Is that like
see the logo right here?
That's it.
See, the Ankh is an ancient Kemetic symbol from Egypt that represents new life.
Exactly.
So I figured, it was kind of a play on words, and that was I've always been inspired by that symbol, and I figured the food that I cook is going to help inspire new life in people, and taking on a different type of diet and changing their eating habits. So I'm hoping that it gives new life to people.
So that's what we need to talk about, because when I looked at your page, and I was just giving you a shout out because you came to the show, to the RV show.
Right.
Which is much appreciated. Shout out to everybody that came to the show. But I went farther into your page. I seen the connection with the vegan restaurant, and I'm like, hey, let me holler at him. Because me myself, I'm also a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan yet.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna pull you over, man.
I've been a vegetarian since '99.
Okay.
The last thing I stopped eating was the chicken and the turkey.
Yes.
I still eat fish, and I'm still, unfortunately, I still, love the pizza.
I understand. That's one of the hard things to get rid of.
The pizza,
yeah.
Everybody say, a lot of people.
But we got some good vegan pizza though.
I've been experimenting with the vegan, like different over the years. Like I said, it's been over it's been close to 20 years for me now. It's been 20 years. Actually, this past January, it's been 20 years I've been a vegetarian. Okay. So I've always been experimenting with different foods and everything. Replacing the meat completely, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Non-meat products and everything.
I understand.
But like I said, certain things I kind of refuse just to let go just yet.
Listen, it's definitely a change in your lifestyle.
Right.
Because you're doing something, you're transitioning from something that you've been doing for all of your life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially like you've been eating a certain way. And most of us as African Americans, we've been eating a certain way for all our lives. And if you like over 40, that's a hard transition to get rid of stuff that traditionally.
She knows. She already knows.
Huh?
Oh yeah, your phone. Yeah, it's right here. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm gonna put you on blast here. You go your phone. That's okay. You're gonna start ringing. Yeah. She's a busy person.
Yeah, we've been eating a certain way for all these years, and unfortunately, some of those habits come from the slave ways and the slave mentality.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It's kind of hard to get rid of.
Scraps of
we made it taste good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You put a little seasoning to it, some soul seasoning to it.
They gave us scraps. We knew how to fix it up and make it taste good, and and kind of got us to the point where we used to eating that. And then people that don't want to change or give up, turn into better habits, they said, well, I don't need change. My grandfather, he lived to his 97 eating ham hocks every day.
But see, the thing is, though, the difference is this. Back then, the food being processed wasn't the same that.
Oh, no. By no means.
Getting fresh. You get fresh meat, fresh fruit, fresh eggs. It wasn't being injected with hormones.
That's right.
Pesticides wasn't being sprayed on the vegetables.
Nope.
You know what I mean? And everything wasn't chemical based.
That's right.
Now a lot of food is chemical based, which causes
majority of it's chemical based,
which causes a lot of problems, health problems.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Our community. And that's why a lot of people, wonder like, I got cancer. You don't know why they never smoked a day in their life.
Listen, man, they get it just because of the stuff that's in the food. Because, and the stuff our grandmother and grandfather used to eat, that stuff was really organic.
Right.
Because whatever they ate, they grew.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like most of it was in their backyard.
Exactly.
Or it was from a neighbor's backyard. But us, like we go and you think about even if you think about the concept of grocery stores or supermarkets, that's pretty much a new concept. That's only been out for like 50 years. 50 years.
You're right.
Because
the chain stores and all that. Yeah, that's new. Yeah.
Everything that was prior to that, you had a bakery. If you was gonna get bread, you wouldn't get your bread for the day.
Yeah.
They called it day old bread because you wasn't having bread for today. You get day old bread because it was a little cheaper.
Exactly.
So you went then you went to the butcher. You went and got your cuts of meat for the day.
Right.
You said, or for that week, whatever you say. I'm gonna get a couple pounds of chicken. I'm gonna get a couple pounds of steak, whatever. But you went to the butcher and all he did was cut meat all day.
Right.
And then you went to the produce man. He had his stand out in front of the farm. You go get his eggs, your tomatoes, vegetables, whatever. Everything was freshly.
And then you had the milkman to come to bring the milk to you.
Deliver it to you
every day.
And so everything was separated. Now you have these big supermarkets and everything is mass production.
Yeah.
Everything is how much money can we make? You see, even now, Tyson is one of the biggest chicken companies on the planet.
Exactly.
Now they see that veganism is making is really a fast growing trend. They're trying to get in on the financials on that. They're trying to figure out a way to make some kind of fake chicken product so they can sell it. Tyson vegan chicken. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying?
Because like I said, it's all produced and everything.
That's a publicly traded company, so I definitely don't trust them. I don't know what they put in that stuff.
Because at one point in time, KFC was called Kentucky Fried Chicken.
They ain't called that no more.
Nope.
I call it Kentucky Live Chicken.
Reason being, because they stopped using real chicken.
That's right.
So they changed their name.
That's right.
So now is produced. Actually, somebody told me they grow chickens without heads and all types of stuff, and
they grow them without feathers.
Without
and
feathers.
Then they grow chicken without feathers. It's something else they grow without beaks.
Without beaks.
Yeah.
So how do they feed these animals? Well,
a lot of it's injected,
right? And cloned, right?
Cloned, and then the chemical stuff that they feed them makes them grow totally unnatural. Because a man told me some information about a chicken farm. And he said that a natural state of a chicken is from like 6 to 9 months from chick to adult.
Right.
These chickens, these mass production companies, making chicks grow from egg to full grown chicken in 45 days. Ain't nothing natural about it.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Ain't nothing natural about it.
I ain't gonna say it's impossible because they're doing it.
They're doing it.
It's definitely unnatural.
It's all like lab grown. This is like chemical stuff. You eating lab tested chicken.
Yeah.
And so that's why you see. You go to like Chinese man, you go to Mr. Singh, get you some wings. They look like buzzard wings. Right? Wings big as my elbow, man.
You go to the corner store too. You go to the bodega.
Anytime you get wings $4 for $1, you know something wrong. Right. Ain't no chicken you gonna get no $4 for $1 wings.
Don't get involved back in I stopped eating chicken in '99. So back in '96, '97, '98. Right. I was definitely getting 4 wings for $1.
Yeah.
In fact, I was going to the Chinese store right on Nottingham. It was a new Chinese store back then. It was like around early '90s, mid '90s. It just opened up. Right, there used to be a Wawa up there on the corner.
I remember that. Yeah.
Chinese, yeah. So it's instead of the platter, the 4 wings and rice for like $2. Man, we used to go up there 10 deep.
And
rack up 4 wings and some rice. You know what I mean? And rack up. But like I said, over the years of doing research, so a lot of people ask me, why did I stop eating meat and this, that, and the third? And it comes from a lot of research, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just got to start doing your homework.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's what made me transition. Well, one of the things that made me transition was
my way of life.
Yeah, like 4 years ago, I went to about 4 or 5 years ago, probably. I went to the doctor, and I was like 300 pounds.
Right?
306 pounds. Yep, that was.
So what's your weight now?
I'm 188.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You lost about half of that weight.
Yeah. Well, I would totally change my life because when I went to the doctor, he said, if you don't stop, you on the verge of having diabetes.
Mm.
And I'm not one for taking medicine. Like I try to do all like natural remedies. Yeah, exactly. Like so I say,
the medicine just like food, like
absolutely, yeah.
It give you more symptoms than you did when you went in.
Oh yeah, you see these commercials, man. Your arm gonna fall off, your head, gonna start splitting in half, all that kind of foolishness. But when he told me that, it kind of gave me a wake up call because I was like, I don't want to be taking needles every day, and I don't want to have to check my blood sugar and take pills. And my father, God rest his soul, before he passed, man, he had heart condition, he had kidney failure, and he was taking about 12 to 13 pills a day.
That's terrible.
And I can't live like that, man. I said, when the doctor gave me that kind of news, I said, I got to figure something out. Either I'm going to keep going down the same road and keep getting bigger, or I'm going to change my life completely.
That's why I didn't recognize you.
I know you've seen me before, but you know who I was because it's been a long time.
Yeah, Rashid said, you remember Vince? I'm like,
no, I don't remember that.
Nah.
Pictures like say, wait a minute, this ain't the same guy. But I got to the point I had to take some time by myself and really think about it. Say, okay, everything that I'm used to eating, I've had enough of it.
Right.
If I will never eat it again, and if I keep eating it, all it's gonna do is kill me.
Exactly.
And I had to think about the fact that I got a wife, I got children, and I want to be around for them. I want to be, I want to be able to keep up with my kids. They active. They like to play
football,
and all that kind of stuff. My son played basketball and all that, and I wanted to think about the quality of life in comparison to just being able to enjoy the same kind of plate of food that I've been eating, but it's not doing anything. Because I'm telling you, I had sleep apnea bad. I used to snore and be like halfway, losing my breath.
Yeah. Your heart stops sometimes. You stop breathing.
That's not good because you could die that way, and I don't need that. So I had to start thinking in a way that is unselfish.
Right.
So I'm thinking about my family, my wife, my kids, and even my parents. At that, I want to be kind of an example and show them that, Mom, I know you used to cook pig feet every New Year and stuff, but I can't eat that.
Yeah.
And to her, she come from an old school mentality. So to her, it's like, this is what you grew up on. You don't have to stop me. I understand that, Mom. That's what I grew up on. But I can't eat like that no more.
Exactly.
So
it was killing you.
Yeah, it's kind of hard going over your mom's house and she just cooked, greens with ham hocks in them. You want a plate? Mom, good. You don't tell your mom that you good. You don't want to eat no food.
Oh man, that's worse. That's worse.
She said, "Well, just take out the meat. It ain't gonna hurt you." No, Mom, it's been cooked in the ham hocks.
I tell you all the time. You order pizza and it had all the stuff.
Pepperoni and stuff. Just pick them up. No, you don't understand.
All that shit is always in there.
Is just going right on the cheese and you eat it.
Yeah, all the bread,
grease and stuff like that.
Can't eat that.
So first thing I started doing was juicing. I watched this movie called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's on Netflix. If you check it out.
Sick, Nearly Dead.
Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. You gotta check that out.
Yeah.
And so I watched that movie, and this British guy named Joe Cross. He was on there. He was talking about, because he was on the verge of diabetes. He was like 250 pounds.
Oh, okay.
And he was looking for a way to turn his weight around naturally without having to use drugs and fad diets and stuff like that. So he started juicing, and I got inspired by that. I started juicing.
Okay.
He juiced for 100 days. I ain't juiced that long. That's a long time. He juiced for 100 days, and he lost almost 100 pounds. So he got down to maybe like 170, something like that. I don't know I think he was like 250, 260 before. He lost almost 100 pounds and changed his life around, and he went vegan. So myself, I got inspired by that, and I started doing research. I started watching Jack LaLanne and the Juice Man.
Jack LaLanne,
the fitness guy.
Yeah, the fitness guy.
He did 1,000 push-ups and stuff. He's 93 years old.
Yeah.
So I said, man, this guy is super strong. And he was on a show, and he was talking about he had ate meat in 63 years.
And him eating meat in 63 years?
63 years. And he's no longer living now. He died a couple years ago, but he lived till he was like 96.
Yeah.
And he was still doing 1,000 push-ups a day. What kind of strength is that, man?
That's crazy.
And you think about people say, well, wait, one of the questions I get asked the most as a vegan, where do you get your protein?
Protein comes from your fruits and your vegetables.
First First of all, protein is an acid that the body develops called amino acids, and you don't need to eat another source of flesh to get protein. Some of the strongest animals in the jungle don't even eat meat. The gorilla eat leaves and bananas all day, and he will knock you upside your head. You be gone. You know what I'm saying? Just ask the lady in the zoo trying to take pictures. He got her face torn up.
Some of the biggest animals don't
eat meat. Giraffes, elephants, they don't eat meat. You know, the meat that you eat don't eat meat. Cows don't eat meat. You see what I'm saying?
Chickens don't. Well, the chickens eat anything.
Yeah, but they, they dirty birds. But but they don't eat meat either. So you think about it, you don't have to have a flesh source of protein in order to get your protein. You can get it from dark leafy greens. You can get it from a whole lot of plants. Some fruits even have protein. You can get it from beans. You can get it from sunflower seeds. Black folk love sunflower seeds. I ain't talking ones you get from the corner store. You be spitting the shells out all over.
It's about the real ones.
The real sunflower seeds.
Yeah, the big yellow plant.
Yeah, exactly. You can get it from nuts, and all of those things help you get protein. And eliminating some things from your diet will help you be able to absorb that protein, especially like sugar.
Right.
We love sugar. We get yams,
that's
candy yams. We get the sweet potato that's already sweet, and we put a bag of sugar on it.
That's about my product. Like I got a sweet tooth, but lately I've been doing good. Like I put down a lot of snacks and all that, the candy. And
well, I had to educate myself on that too, because I'm not like, I never was like a tasty cake type person. Like I love homemade desserts.
Right.
My mom make bomb,
but it's still
butter pound cake. That was hard to let go. I'm gonna tell you right now. My mother-in-law, she make a banging carrot cake. I'm like, oh my God, here she goes. This got the cream cheese icing on it and all that kind of stuff. But I know
cake and cookies. Like I love chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
And man, one of my
I'm gonna make you some vegan chocolate chip cookies.
So, no, listen, because somebody told me about them before. I haven't had none yet.
I'm gonna make you some.
So I need some of that.
I'm gonna make you some because they don't have no refined sugar, and it's like the real chocolate, like cacao nibs. It's like the chocolate from the plant.
Right.
Not the constructed chocolate that got the extra sugar in it. Yeah, you can make them with like almond flour. You can use coconut oil, stuff like that can make a real cookie. And you still get the feeling that you had something sweet without the refined sugar. The problem is, the number one thing we gotta get rid of is everything white. I'm sorry, I ain't saying a bash on
not
white
people. Not what it's about the products.
I'm talking about all white products. White
flour,
sugar, white bread,
rice.
White flour, white rice, white bread. All of those things cause us to have high glucose levels in our body.
Right.
And when you absorb that stuff, it turns into fat.
Exactly.
So when you eat rice, we love rice. Rice and gravy. I don't eat white rice anymore.
Yeah, back in the day, white gravy, everything, rice for everything.
I eat brown rice or wild rice. Wild rice is the best.
It's the best, yeah.
Because you soak it overnight. But the thing about wild rice is it has fiber, but it doesn't have like the starch and the sugar, so it don't just sit on your gut.
Right. But actually,
helps you move because what happens
fiber.
is because the fiber in the outside core or shell of the rice it helps to scrape the inner intestinal walls.
Okay.
So when you eat that, it helps you go to the bathroom and eliminate the stuff that you've eaten. Okay. And the problem is with us, most of us don't go to the bathroom enough. We don't eliminate.
That's another thing people would ask me. You should go to at least 2-3 times a day.
You should go after every meal that you've eaten.
Oh.
So if you eat 3 meals a day, you should go to the bathroom 3 times a day. And a lot of that comes from not drinking enough water because the water will help flush everything out of your system. And
speaking of, we got 2 glasses right here.
Let's get on that because I like that. I can drink me some water. Now, the one thing I try to do, I like bottled water, but I try to drink a good quality bottled water.
Right.
Like good spring water.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful. Like a lot of bottles of water that come from like Coca-Cola company and stuff like that, like Dasani, that ain't good. That stuff is like highly acidic, and not only that, but it's just like filtered toilet water. It's not good.
Let them know.
You think about it, Coca-Cola bottling company, they're not interested in you getting nutrients to your body.
They want the money.
They just want the money because it only costs them 6 cents.
On there
it only costs them 6 cents a bottle to produce that, and you pay $1.50 for it at 7-Eleven. And so you think about they making money hand over fist on selling you toilet water. You see what I mean? So you got to think about where you're getting your water from. The best thing you can do is get some distilled water That's good because it helps to pull stuff out of your intestines. It helps to detoxify you.
Distilled water is probably
Distilled water and spring water is the best.
okay. But the quality of spring water, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You drink a good quality because you got Poland Spring, then you got that Fuji. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Fiji is good,
Fiji,
but I try to go with either.
You got smart water.
Smart water is okay, but I honestly one of the better spring waters, and people sleep on it because of where it is Crystal Geyser. You see it at the dollar store.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's one of the best spring waters.
It's $1.
It's $1. $1 for the gallon bottle, and you
$1
get
for the six
$1
pack.
for the 6-pack. That's it. That's one of the best spring waters out there. And matter of fact, it's been tested for its alkalinity. It's a little bit higher than some of your other, like Poland Spring.
When it costs more.
Yeah, exactly. The ones that cost more. Now, you want to be careful of water that says enhanced with minerals. Water's pure. You don't need to add nothing to it. If it's enhanced, that means they put some kind of chemical into it, and it could add. It can make your body have certain reactions.
Right. Any type of chemical, outside chemical.
Yeah, well, if you don't know what those chemicals are that they're putting in there, you're taking a risk.
Yeah.
Because the one thing about water is your body's 75% water, so you want to drink enough to replenish what your body needs to make its organs work, make it detoxify itself, to flush out all impurities.
So how much water should a person drink a day? I heard different, like people say 1 gallon, 2 gallons. Like
it's different for everybody. And what I've been told from doctor experts is that you should drink half your weight in ounces. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should drink about 100 ounces of water.
Okay.
So you think about that mathematically speaking.
It's 16 ounces in a pound.
It's in a right. So you think about 16-ounce bottles most of the time, the standard bottle.
Right.
So if you're going to drink 100 ounces, that's about 6 bottles.
That's 6 bottles a day.
That's about 96 ounces. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I can do that.
If 200 pounds, drink half your weight in ounces, and you'll flush out. You'll be surprised. And a lot of times, what happens is, when you think you're hungry, you're really thirsty. You're dehydrated.
Dehydrated, yeah.
So what I tell a lot of times, I even tell my kids, like, you keep grabbing snacks and keep eating food and stuff. You're really not even hungry. You're just eating it because it's there. So why don't you drink some water first and give yourself a chance to, your body a chance to digest that, and then go back like maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes later and see if you're still hungry. Most times you won't even be hungry.
Right.
Because you was dehydrated. You need something to drink.
A lot of times I tell people, either that or grab a hefty snack, because fruit or something like that. I'm saying something that's going to provide some more nutrients. Than taking away.
That's right. And not only that, I find that a lot of times, some people they can't tolerate drinking a lot of water because they feel they get full fast, or they feel like they get a headache because they drink too much or whatever. So my recommendation is to eat water-rich fruit and vegetables.
Right.
So celery has a lot of water. Cucumbers have a lot of water. Romaine lettuce has a lot of water. Something else that has a lot of water. The fruits that have a lot of water. Apples are water-rich. Pears.
Yeah,
stone fruits have a lot of melons.
Melons
have a lot of water.
Cantaloupe,
honeydew
melons. Yeah.
What's the other one?
So you said stone fruit? That's something.
Stone fruit is like peaches, plums.
Okay.
Stuff that has a big stone in it, like
a big seed. Yeah.
Big seed.
Gotta break it down for some of these people.
Yeah, I understand. That's called stone fruit.
Mangoes. With that.
Mangoes is good.
Right.
Mangoes are really good. Not only that, if you got a sugar craving, that's a good fruit to eat to get over your sugar craving, so you don't grab refined sugar sweets.
The tasty cakes and all that.
That's right. Anything prepackaged, you want to stay away from. Because stuff that's been prepackaged, it's had to have chemicals added to it so it can get longer shelf life. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you think about it, you look at something that's on the shelf, and you go in to shop at the grocery store today and say it don't expire till April of next year. What's in that? You see what I'm saying? What's in that is going to make it have a shelf life?
A regular piece of fruit only lasts.
It's going to go bad like 7 to 10 days. Exactly.
Yeah, 7 to 10 days. You're right. Especially depends on how hot it is, because the hotter it is.
And not only that, if it's ripe when you get it, it's only going to be like maybe 3-4 days.
Yeah, exactly. Especially bananas. Bananas
exactly.
My man Eric said plums, mangoes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
that's
you
good.
just popping in some stuff, but like I said, it's hard. Nowadays it's more the habit of how people eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? More or less of like I said, your kids they run to the refrigerator or the cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
They think they're hungry, they grab something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People don't have any self-control over their bad habits. And which causes, like I said, from that you just start grabbing anything, eating anything.
Right.
And now you're looking at going to the doctors every week for different reasons. And I'm wondering why you can't shake this stuff off.
Not only that, but the doctor is not there to give you any type of cure. Because he can only prescribe drugs.
And they get a percentage off them drugs.
Of course he does. People come in, they got the pharmaceutical reps come in there and say, we got this new drug, you got to have it in your office. And, if you get so many packs or doses or write out so many prescriptions, we'll give you a kickback off of that.
Right, exactly.
See, the pharmaceutical industry is working in cahoots with the food industry. So you put chemicals in the food, make you sick, got to go to the doctor, you get medicine, and the medicine has side effects.
The side effects. You got to get more medicine.
You got to get more medicine, get rid of the side effects you have from the first medicine. You see what I'm saying? So you never get better. You just become symptomatic, and you got to
get like a test dummy.
That's all it is. See,
your lab rat.
The key word you got to know is doctors practice medicine. They're not there to cure. They're practicing on you. You're a guinea pig. You see what I'm saying? So they said, well, you know what? I just got this new drug, and I'm going to try it out on you. Take it for 10 days and let me know how you feel. Wait a minute. You mean tell me you even know how this thing works out? You want to give it to me and test it out?
Well, I mean, you're right about that. But you get some doctors that give you some good advice. Like my doctor, my current doctor, he actually, this is the first time he gave me his advice, though. Because I've been dealing with chronic pancreatitis since 2006 when I first got symptoms. It comes from drinking too much, people. So you want to be at the party, you got to, everything in moderation. And I wasn't doing that shit in moderation.
Right.
Recently he told me that a couple of fruits that would help actually not heal it, but help my pancreas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised he told me. He was like, mainly fruits that start with a P. You know what I'm saying? Because it has to produce the enzymes that your pancreas produces to help digest your food.
Let me guess, papaya.
Papaya was one of them.
One of the main ones, yeah.
And she was like, smoothies for papaya and all this other thing. I'm like, all right. Yeah. I mean, so I've been trying different stuff. Right now, I'm not on a medication for that.
Good.
The thing I do take is I take enzymes to help digest your food. So
papaya has a lot of those enzymes.
Exactly.
And what I would encourage you to do is start eating some of the papaya seeds. They have a little bitterness to them. So if you can't tolerate that, eating them, put them in your smoothie.
Right.
Like just, scrape out some of the seeds into your smoothie and, blend it up with the papaya and maybe throw a banana or do like papaya and pear. That's good combination. And it'll help with your insulin levels without spiking the levels in your pancreas. Because that's what you don't want. You don't want to spike those levels.
That's why this causes the flare up.
There you go.
The pain, the aggravation,
you don't want
people
that.
I know.
So the problem is, the difference between fruit sugar and refined sugar that you find in a lot of alcohol is that the refined sugar has been it's been chemicalized, and so that it's not natural to the system. Like you could even take natural sugar cane and drink that straight. You could juice sugar cane and drink that straight, and it wouldn't affect the pancreas as much as it would having chemical white sugar, refined sugar. That because the body's trying to react to it. Like, wait a minute, it's sending my insulin levels up so high, I can't take all that. It's trying to process it, and it can't process it fast enough to what. So what it does is it turns it into fat. Right. Because your body's like, it's okay. Well, I'm going to process this much. The rest of them store over here, and I'm just going to, sit it over here in the fat syndrome. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to let it sit there.
Yeah, you let it sit there. And you're like, wait, I didn't eat that much. Why I'm getting fat? I'm keep gaining weight where it's that sugar. Right. And alcohol, man, especially alcohol has so much sugar in it, especially like any kind of grain alcohol or malt liquor or any type of like the darker wines have a lot of sugar in them. So, you want to drink those in moderation. If you're a drinker, drink those in moderation. You wouldn't, encourage drinking, whole bottles of stuff like that because it really does a number.
It does. Believe me, it does. Like I've had a drink since 2006.
Okay.
So I know what it does. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of surprised it didn't affect other parts of my body, like my liver,
of course,
my kidney.
Yeah.
I mean, things of that nature. So actually, all that was good. It's just
Sure.
It's crazy how I made it through all that. And recently, just recently, my doctor said I got sugar diabetes.
Okay.
So he want me to take the pills. I'm not taking the
No,
pills.
don't do that.
I ain't gonna say that loud though.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying too loud. Wait a minute.
But I feel like I've been doing mad research. And my diet has been changing over the years, different things. I'm saying I'm experimenting with different things because of what I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, ask me the same questions all the time. Like, why you eat this? Why you eat that? Because I know I've been knowing this since I was 14 years old. The reason I stopped eating pork when I was 14. Okay. Because I became part of the Nation of Gods and Herbs.
Okay.
And and then from just do research from that point on, knowing how food and other things affect your body once you put it into your body, from chemicals, right? From smoking and drinking, whatever. I'm saying it causes this type of unnatural effect to your body.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like recently, a lot of people have been talking how smoking, even though smoking marijuana is a new trend, you know what I'm saying? It's a new trend. I'm sorry, is a I ain't gonna say a big thing. It's always been a big thing. People start to realize it's a medical source now. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Is a medical source, but smoking period. I'm saying because the smoke it still causes damage to your body because the smoke is a dead thing.
That's right. That's right. And you're burning it, so you're changing the chemical profile of what the medicinal effect can do to your body.
So the best thing people are saying, well, I'm suggesting is actually eating it.
I agree.
Because it's more, I'm saying you're taking away because some people turn it to the oil or whatever, the butter to bake with and everything. Yeah. So you're taking less from the plant itself than you would smoking it.
That's right.
So like I said, just different things I've been doing research on because health is a big thing, man. Like,
it is.
People say it's expensive to eat or live a certain way.
It's more expensive to be sick.
Exactly. Because then if you lose insurance, you got to pay these medical bills.
You're right.
You got to pay for the medicine.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And the things can add up.
Oh my God.
One hospital visit could cost you tens of thousands of dollars.
It can. That's
compared to, a couple of $100 a month extra on your nutrition.
Well, see, health is definitely an investment, and you have to take time. It like I said earlier, it takes time to rid yourself of bad habits.
Right. Oh, of course.
And then the thing is, you can't just go towards a fad diet. You have to educate yourself on. First of all, the first thing I recommend people do is to educate yourself on your own body.
Yeah.
Figure out what's going on with your body. Figure out your blood type. Figure out what your genetics are, what runs in your family. If heart disease runs in your family, then you should stop eating a whole bunch of fried foods,
right?
And greasy stuff.
Exactly.
If cancer runs in your family, then you should stop eating a lot of sugar. Because you want to combat or target things that have been sort of a curse in your family and say, okay, it stops with me. I'm gonna do this different.
Right.
I'm not gonna keep going on the same syndrome. I'm going to do something different by taking on better habits and educate yourself on food, educate yourself on herbs. Like I started reading up on herbs and different fruits and vegetables and about the medicinal effects and properties that they all have. Listen, the Creator made everything on this earth for us to consume that can heal us.
Right.
It's when man makes stuff that we start messing it up.
Start changing the chemicals.
Start changing the properties. Start changing,
the natural aspect of the whole.
Absolutely, because you even think about it. I learned a concept some years ago called the doctrine of signatures, and what the man was teaching was form defines function. So if you look at the formation of how different plants and fruits are, and you look at the body and its functions, it models. So if you cut open a red onion, it looks like a cell wall. If you put cells underneath a microscope, it models the formation of a cellular wall. So that tells you red onions help the cells. and you look at the inside of a walnut, it looks like the shape of a brain. Walnuts help memory. You see what I'm saying?
Bro, teach.
You know,
Teach.
so even things like cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower. Now I know those who are, you know, and God bless the dead, those who are Dr. Sebi followers will say, you know, broccoli is not natural, but it's still a vegetable, and it has some medicinal effects that can help the body because of the way it's grown. You look at how it branches out. Broccoli and cauliflower branch out like the lungs.
Yeah.
And so it helps with lung properties. And even, let's see, you look at the fruits, citrus fruits. I don't mean to sound nasty enough, but if you cut it open, it looks like the inner wall of a woman's reproductive organ.
Mm-hmm.
So citrus fruits help with women to get rid of fibroids. And you know, it's different things.
Everything
has
a
just
reason.
Look at nature. We got to go back to nature. If animals follow the blueprint of nature, what happened to us?
Why can't we do it?
Why can't we do it? Animals follow nature's blueprint. They don't deviate from that.
Exactly.
The problem is with us, we come up with a better way. If we can make something out of a machine and say, okay, well, that's better. We're going to do. No, it's not. If it didn't come up from the ground or from a tree or from a vine or from the earth.
The thing is, they want to produce it faster.
Because they want to make money.
It's big. Go back to
it's
big business.
Business, man.
You know what I'm saying? Capitalism.
And that's why we as a community, we have to get back to growing our own food. We have to get back to showing our children how to plant. When I was a kid, I had corn growing in my backyard.
Yeah.
Because I got so fascinated with the fact that I was given seeds from my school. I went home and I started digging in dirt. I planted stuff. And my mom used to have this big stone, like it was like a plant box.
Okay.
It had soil and dirt in this. I went in and planted the corn. And then, you know, a few weeks later, I saw stuff coming up. I was like, oh, I got excited. I said, oh my God, stuff is happening. You know. And my mom started planting spinach and peppers in the back. She had a little garden, tomatoes and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
so
what we're gonna go to the store. It's right there.
We got to go back to planting because food. You know, the earth produces food. Food should be free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Years ago, people would barter. They say, "Oh, I grow these tomatoes, you grow cucumbers, we trade off."
Trade off, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It shouldn't cost. So who are we paying? You see what I'm saying? If the earth produces the money we get should go back to the earth. You see what I'm saying? How do you take ownership of a planet that's here before you got here? You see?
Everybody gets a whole other subject.
It is. It really is.
But listen, real quick, because you brought some food in with you today.
You know I did.
Yeah.
I ain't going to come empty-handed. Yeah.
So let's listen to people what you got with you today.
All right. We got a couple things.
Miss Howard. I'm about to get her out.
Yeah, get her. Come on. Tell her come on so she can get put.
Yeah. Excuse me, y'all. I'm going to get Miss Howard real quick. We're right back. Y'all, he about to put the spread out.
You know. I got some vegan mac and cheese, y'all. Look like regular mac and cheese, but it's all plant-based. All right, Ms. Howard, I know your family is the king and queens of soul food. So, you know, I got a tough act to follow with y'all. But I'm going to do my best. Howards have had plenty of restaurants.
Yes.
And they're some pioneers. So what we got here is a barbecue jackfruit wrap.
Jackfruit wrap?
Jackfruit.
Yeah, I seen that on your page, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my biggest sellers. Jackfruit is a big fruit that grows in Mexico and Thailand.
Okay.
And a lot of vegans use it as a meat substitute.
Okay. All right.
So it can grow up to this big and get up to like 120 pounds. So jackfruit has these little pods in it of fruit, and they when they get sweet, they kind of taste like bubble gum. But to use as a meat substitute, we use the young jackfruit that hasn't quite ripened. It's like green, and it doesn't have any sweetness to it. It takes on whatever spice or flavor you add to it. So it's a great meat substitute. It has the consistency and texture of like pulled pork.
Really?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I made it like barbecue style.
Mhm.
Add some peppers and onions to it. Little barbecue sauce. I make my own barbecue sauce, and I made it into a wrap. And then I got some I call mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah, there's no
All
cheese.
right.
There's no dairy in it. It's completely plant based.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah,
Mac and cheese.
there's no
Okay.
cheese. It's no cheese, but it tastes like cheese flavor, and it's made with almond milk.
Okay, I love
I
almond milk.
like
I think
almond milk too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Now, you tell me if I'm gonna pass the test now, Miss Howard.
Let's see.
mac and cheese.
So you telling me there's no cheese in
No
here at all?
cheese, no ma'am.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
passed.
really good.
I passed the test with Miss Howard, y'all. That's saying something.
That's really good.
Now this is the barbecue
Jackfruit.
jackfruit.
Yep.
Jackfruit.
Okay. This is like a burrito wrap or
Yeah, it's like burrito wrap. It's got Crystal V. I'm gonna answer your question. So I don't
I
use
can't get
any.
over this macaroni and cheese though.
no. What you taste the wrap?
Taste the wrap?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal, I don't use any soy in my products. I use no soy because soy is. Oh, she didn't stop in her tracks.
That's good.
Thank you. Thank
No
you
meat.
so much. No,
No
ma'am. No meat. No meat at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, Crystal, no soy. I use all nut milks or hemp milk. The only type of milk I use. Cashew milk, almond milk, hemp milk, or oat milk. I don't use any soy in any of my products because soy produces a lot of estrogen
Mm-hmm.
and causes people to gain weight. This is why you have so many children that are developing ahead of time. Like, so no soy in my product.
Yo.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, okay, all right,
Oh man.
appreciate it.
Now I need to give this to my kids for lunch.
Okay, yeah, see, we can work that out.
I need to give this to my kids for
We
lunch.
can work that out.
They was sweating eating meat.
They was where did they eat?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. See, it's all about texture
Mm-hmm.
and mouthfeel and the chew. Because people say, "Wow, I'm gonna be a vegan. I'm not gonna eat tofu. I don't make anything with tofu.
No, I can't stand tofu.
I don't like tofu. I don't cook it.
It's nasty. You have
Yeah.
a taste to it. It messes
Well,
everything else up.
you can make tofu taste. I used to at one of my other jobs. I cooked for college kids,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to make tofu was like one of the staple things because I guess the Food Administration was getting used to vegan trend, and so they thought tofu was the only thing.
She's thinking about top here, but she's looking at it like this is not meat.
No meat.
This ain't meat.
No meat. No meat.
Well, what you say about the tofu though?
Yeah, but I did tofu about 1,000 different ways. I did
Right.
barbecue tofu, buffalo tofu, fried tofu,
Mm-hmm.
tofu stir fry, tofu eggs. I get tired of tofu scramble. I don't do tofu.
Mm.
So I use any type of meat texture. I use all plant based. Like I got a vegan crab cake that ain't got no crab in it.
Vegan crab
Really?
cake.
Yes.
My wife would love that.
And I
She
use
like- she
what
does
I'll
just
tell you
love
one of the
the-
ingredients that I put in.
yeah, people does the shellfish.
Yes.
Yes.
See, you can have taste and flavor because I season it just like it is crab, but there's no crab in there.
Wow.
And one of the ingredients I use in there is artichoke hearts. See, yeah. See, you can take so many plant-based ingredients and transform them into things that you're used to eating. So my whole notion in creating Nu-Ankh is to not sacrifice flavor.
Mac and cheese is man.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate that because the Howard family is kings and
Yeah,
queens of
yeah,
mac
yeah.
and cheese.
You already know.
You remember the store they used to have on Rutherford
Yeah.
called the Galley?
Yeah.
Man, when I ate meat, they had some of the best turkey wings you ever want to eat in life. But I know they're pioneers in Trenton. Their mom make these pies, man. Oh,
Took them all the way back.
now, let me tell you something. That's one of the days I might have to sacrifice not being vegan. And she makes some of the best
made one-
pies.
She made one of the pies today.
Ever
Like,
had in your life.
Remember the pies?
I remember pies because your brother used to bring them to work. He used to bring carrot pie, white
Yes.
sweet potato pie,
Yes.
bean pie.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this pie don't make no sense.
and she used to make them from
Yeah,
scratch.
We make them from scratch.
Made from scratch.
We grew up on how to eat to live.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
So we didn't grow up on anything out of a can. My mother cooked fresh for us every day.
That's amazing.
That's the
We had
difference
to go out and
between then and now.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
we had
right.
to pick the food. She made our ice cream. And,
Yeah.
And that's some of the things we do here.
Well, that's great. And that's one of the things that we have to get our children back in tune to eating. Because you know what? It's sad to say, but a lot of our children don't come from homes where they have home cooked meals,
Right.
freshly home cooked meals.
Yeah.
It's easy for parents now. They made it so convenient to go to McDonald's, go to Burger King, go to Dollar Meal, go to Wawa, grab something. Most kids don't even have oodles and noodles because it's cheap. It's convenient.
They don't eat their own oodles and noodles. They'll tell you in a minute.
Right. They don't eat that stuff.
No, matter of fact, Chinese people, they consider the Chinese restaurants that we have in the cities, that's fast food to them. They don't eat that.
Well, first of all, that's not even real authentic Chinese food.
It's not. And on top of that, there's not Chinese. Well, majority of it's not Chinese people making Chinese food. They're Koreans.
Right. Or Vietnamese.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, you really want real Asian food, go in there, go in a Chinese restaurant at about 9:30 before they got closed, and they sitting there eating their food that they cook. That ain't on the menu.
See, I went back.
See, this is how you got to think about what they're doing in our communities, because they bring things that don't belong to us and sell it to us, and they take our money and live better outside of our community.
Exactly.
So we got to stop. We got to learn how to take ownership of our communities and teach our children how to grow their own food, how to cook food from scratch, how to make natural
food.
Now,
you use regular elbow noodles for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Most of the time I use gluten-free noodles because a lot of people have gluten intolerance. So I don't. I use a bean-based pasta. They have a black bean pasta, and they have a quinoa pasta, and they have a chickpea pasta. Oh, and the only reason I didn't do it this time is because I knew I was bringing it, and it was going to be heated. Okay. So the chickpea pasta breaks down, so it started looking like shreds. Right. So I just use regular elbow noodles.
Oh, that's fine. But listen,
this is good macaroni.
Let people know where they can find it, because you don't have a restaurant.
I don't have a restaurant yet.
As of yet, that's
coming. And like I said to you earlier before the show started, I'm getting ready to start crowdfunding because I want my Trenton community to get involved. And this is not crowdfunding where I'm asking for money for y'all to give me personally so I can take a long vacation. This is crowdfunding that I'm asking for to help our community build a business from the ground up, to take my passion for food, take my passion for nutritious food, and give it back to my city that I grew up in. I'm from Trenton. This is my roots. This is my hometown. I love my city. But it's time that we have something positive.
Exactly.
So I'm getting ready to start a crowdfunding that people can give to. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's $1. I'm going to post it up soon. Matter of fact, when I do post it up, I want to be able to come back on the show.
So
talk about
it. Yeah.
And
most definitely.
So what this crowdfunding will do is, if we can we probably need to raise about $150,000.
Okay.
Because I don't want to rent a space. I want to own a building.
Right.
I want to own a building, own the land, because not only do I want to construct a restaurant, I want to get to the point where we can have our own vegetation, because I just partnered with a company that does hydroponics.
You should have it.
Amazing. So we can grow our own vegetables, herbs, and stuff, right? We don't got to go to the farmer's market. We can grow our own. So within this restaurant, this will be community-based. The community of Trenton will own it. I'll be the one that facilitates the recipes and all that stuff, and we'll have a mentor program so I can teach kids that can't afford to go to culinary school, teach them how to cook, because cooking is a trade. You ain't got to go to school to do that. If you get a trade under your belt, you can start your own business.
Exactly.
See, I'm all about giving back, because we've been too busy taking our dollars outside of the community, and people, if you make it big, people will live outside the community and they get rich and they never get back.
They never.
I'm trying to give something back while I'm still here, so we can build this back up, build our city back up, have something positive, have a big restaurant that people can come to after folk get out of church on Sunday. They ain't got to go sit down at the Greek man's diner. Right. They can come to our restaurant and have a quality home cooked meal, from scratch, that's plant-based. And they ain't got to worry about their insulin levels going on. They got to worry about their diabetes or their high blood pressure flaring up because they had too much grease. And one thing about us we have to learn is that every other community, wherever they go, they take their food.
Mhm.
Chinese folk, they start Chinatown, they got all Chinese. You go in and try to start a soul food restaurant in Chinatown, it ain't gonna happen because they got control of their community. The Jewish community, they buy from their own. They have their own Jewish restaurants, their own Jewish delis. They don't come to Chinatown or to the black community to buy food. We gotta get our own food developed in our communities and start taking it with us.
You got some serious, like, look, you got other cultures making soul food now.
That's what I'm saying.
Cooking soul food. Like,
come on, I got a problem with that. Because when I first went there when they opened up, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I said, who taught you how to make this food, man? And he said, well, we was living down south in Alabama, and one of my cousins was working for a soul food restaurant, and you know what he did? He came and taught us how to do it.
And they got their own restaurant.
And they got us selling our food back to us.
Yep.
And we'll go buy that before we go to our own. I'm done.
Yeah.
I've had it. We gotta stop that. Stop that foolishness, y'all.
This was freaking amazing, bro.
Thank you, bro.
This is amazing,
yo. Man.
I mean, I'm looking at the
well,
Facebook
I'm glad
and the
y'all
menu.
like it. That, you know the high honor. It's more easy.
My brother, right?
Please call him up. Please call him up. Yeah.
Yo, this was,
I'm more than honored hearing this from you because the Howard family has always been people I look up to.
The milestones as far
y'all have
as
been pioneers in the city of Trenton for years. Years. Y'all have done your thing.
This is doing this thing. So
thank you.
I need some of this for my kids.
Okay.
So that they can taste it, and then we do a whole segment about this right here.
We can do that.
We want to do that. And then they have theirs called
Kids Speak.
Kids Speak.
Okay.
They want to discuss that on Kids Speak on what they ate and
Let's
stuff.
do that.
Yeah.
And when you tell them that there's no this and no that in there, they're gonna be like,
how? It is.
It's macaroni and cheese. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yo, enough of that little bit right there. Actually, I'm full.
Yeah.
See that?
I'm full. Like,
and you don't feel sluggish.
No.
See that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's
natural food.
Yes.
You don't feel like you're gonna take a nap. You don't feel like you got the itis, as they call it. You know.
Exactly. It was definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
So you don't have to sacrifice flavor. And those of you who are transitioning to being a vegan, you don't have to just eat leaves.
No, you don't.
You can have real wholesome food that can fill you up, make you feel like you have some fuel to your body, and you can go on. You can work out on this kind of stuff, and you ain't gonna gain no weight.
Yeah, it's all protein.
It's protein. Like this jackfruit's got protein. It's a fruit with protein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Let's say my hair.
Yeah. Okay.
She's picking out like.
Well, I'm telling
you,
jackfruit. I got about 5 different ways that I make it, but the barbecue jackfruit is my biggest seller. I sell that just about everywhere, and I have to shout out to my mom, Mary Ellen Scott. She's from North Carolina. She taught me how to make chopped barbecue. Of course, she taught me how to make the pork version.
Yeah.
So I had to take what I knew from that and put it into the jackfruit.
Yeah.
But she's from North Carolina, so she got barbecue down pat.
Of course.
I got that influence from her and put it into the jackfruit.
That's really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Like,
I
was expecting something good, but I wasn't expecting that.
I was definitely not expecting that. I was not expecting that.
That was the flavor, like it's nice, the taste, the texture, everything's good. Like
you would think that you was eating barbecue chicken.
Or some of those are important.
Pork.
Yeah.
She never.
I mean, eat pork for. I
know what you mean, like chopped chicken or turkey or something like that.
Chicken.
Yeah.
And then he chopped it up real fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the macaroni and cheese tastes like macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like it was made differently. With no, you said no milk. And
no milk.
No eggs.
Nope.
And all
well, no regular milk.
I use almond
milk. Right.
But no dairy.
No dairy.
No dairy. Yeah.
And that does not taste like that. It tastes like you really whipped it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's amazing.
Thank you.
Yo, let's let people know they can find you at, man.
Okay, so you can go to
Chef Vincent.
Yes,
that's Chef.
You can find me on Instagram at Vegan Drummer Guy, and also my business page is on there as well, Nu-Ankh Vegan. And I'll spell that is NUANKH. Nu-Ankh-Vegan. And my website is Nu-Ankh-Vegan.com. Right now, if you go to the website, it's going to say it's under construction. That's because I'm adding my payment page to it. So when you can go and order
that food,
yeah. So I want people to be able to go online and just order, and I get an alert to my email, or whatever, and I make your order.
Okay.
So we're reconstructing the website. So that's why if you go there and see, it'll say
they can still hit you up on Facebook.
They can hit me up on Facebook,
that.
Instagram. Vincent E. Scott on Facebook, and again on Instagram. My Facebook page is Nu-Ankh Vegan. The same on Instagram, Nu-Ankh Vegan there, and Instagram is Vegan Drummer Guy for my personal page. So hit me up. You'll see my pictures of my food. You'll see.
So this is coming with us, right? You're not taking.
Yeah, no, I'm not putting it, man. I brought it for y'all. Please take it home, make some friends. You know.
Man, I'll give
so
it to myself.
I got some more wraps in here. I got some more mac and cheese. Y'all take that home. Help yourself.
Man.
That is delicious.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you. Delicious.
Just
finish. I have to make 2 phone calls.
Yeah. Okay.
Can you hand your nails?
Please do.
Because actually, the
Please
show
do.
today was a combination of the vegan food and also my homegirl NJ Grubbs. She does the juicing. She had to work tonight. Unfortunately, I had to reschedule from last week because I wasn't feeling well.
Right.
So she was able to make it tonight. So I was like, I was planning this, but like, yo, this is gonna be a dope episode.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna bring her back and also bring you back at the same time because I want to bring that combination together, teach people how to eat to live.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? How to eat to live.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about, man. Because we don't have to be running to the doctors. You break your arm, you can go to the doctors by all means. You break a leg or something, go to the doctors by all means.
That's right. Yeah. Please go by.
You know what I'm saying? But
ain't no bananas to fix that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, after they put it back in place, then you teach how to eat.
You go back to you
teach how to heal it a little bit faster. But yeah.
But you know, I want to mention something. Ms. Howard talked about Eat to Live. I read that myself by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
And that
a lot of us have. So.
Yeah, that is a book that I think every Black person should read.
Yeah.
Because it's talking about the food that our body processes as melanated beings. And this is no, I'm not shooting down any other race or any other community, but it's just that when you have different ethnicities, we eat different.
Yes.
And our bodies are constructed differently. Our bodies process food differently.
Absolutely.
We can't eat a lot of stuff that Asians eat. They can tolerate a lot of different meats and different types of foods and herbs that we can't tolerate. You go try to eat that stuff like they eat it, and you get sick.
Right? Yeah,
and it's nothing against them. It's just that's the way they're used to eating. So
for the different demographic that part of the world, that's what I'm saying. That's how they was raised.
He wrote this book, Eat to Live, to show us as melanated beings how we process food, the foods that we should stay away from, the foods that we don't properly digest. And it's just an education piece. It's not a bash on any other community. Right. It's just helping you get to know yourself better.
Exactly.
So if you read that, you'll find out that, okay, it's probably not good to eat all these sugary prepackaged types of foods. You'll see that he recommends don't even eat that stuff because your body will make itself sick. And matter of fact, he even recommends what a lot of people have called a trend now, intermittent fasting. He recommends eating 1 meal a day or 1 meal every 2 days.
Yeah.
That can be done. You have to train yourself to do that.
Oh yeah.
I don't suggest you go, cold turkey. That I'm just going to eat 1 meal a day. You make yourself sick. But if you wean yourself down and maybe just eat only 16 hours a day, maybe then break it down only 8 hours a day, and then your body will get used to breaking down its food and give yourself a chance to digest stuff. Right. We eat too many things, and before we eliminate the first thing, we eat something else. That's why I say you should eliminate at least 3 times a day.
Go to the back at least 2 times a day.
At least.
Oh, that's what's up.
Health is wealth, people.
Hell yeah. Health is definitely wealth because
you don't take time to be healthy, you will take time to be sick.
Once again, let them know real quick. Let them know find you at.
Facebook, Instagram, Nu-Ankh Vegan. Vegan Drummer Guy is my personal page, and Facebook, Vincent E. Scott. And I'll shout my phone number too. You call me directly.
Yeah, give him that. Yeah.
It's 609-300-3444. 609-300-3444, and you can email me at info@nuankhvegan.com. info@nuankhvegan.com.
Yeah, better get on it.
BBQJackfruitWrap.com.
Yeah.
I better get on it. It only wasn't good. It's educational and it's healthy. You know what I mean?
And I got plans. I do meal plans. I do parties. You know, if you want to do catering for your party, I do that. If you want to do meal plans, say you want a week's worth of meals, I do that. We package it up nice. Get 6 of these things, 6 entrees, 2 salads, 2 sides, $150. And that's a week's worth of food. Most of the time, it ends up lasting people about 2 weeks because I give you a lot of food. Because you know, black folk talk about it. I pay $150 for this food. This mother ain't giving me no food. I'm still hungry.
Yeah, right.
So I make sure they don't get a reason to talk about me. I give them enough.
Like I said, 2 weeks ago when he came to the show, I didn't recognize who he was. He lost over 130 pounds.
Yeah, I was 306 was my highest weight.
Down to 180.
Right now I'm about 180, 185.
That's close to 130 pounds. 130 pounds.
It took me about a year and a half, 2 years, all over, you know, but it was definitely a lifestyle change.
How to eat to live, folks. You know what I'm saying?
If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see my picture when I was big.
Yeah, that's why when I was his page, I was like, oh, shit, I do know him. But check, we got to be out of here real quick. My wife's going to kill me. I'm going to get this thing
we don't want that to happen.
wrapped up.
Yeah.
Shout outs to everybody. Of course, Blessed Child, Miss Howard's Healthy Choices, and Cultural Center where we at. My man Vince, Chef Vince, you know what I mean? Nu-Ankh, Vegan Soul. I know the name now, Nu-Ankh.
That's it.
Vegan Soul Restaurant. I didn't say restaurant, but kitchen. Catering.
Yeah, but no, we're going to speak that in existence.
The restaurant is
restaurant.
definitely.
We're going to have a restaurant.
I mean? We have NJ back here soon. When she's able to. We're going to get everybody together because, like I said, health is wealth, people. You know what I'm saying? Be in tune tomorrow for the kids speak. You know what I'm saying? Tune into that. Actually, we got the what's the name tomorrow?
We have the night out.
Night out tomorrow here on Greenwood and South Walter, right here in front of the library, 1115 Greenwood Avenue. You know what I'm saying it's the Briggs Library on Greenwood, but it's Howard's Healthy Choices that runs the program here. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all support that as well. We got to go, man. My wife gonna kill me. I'll let y'all later. Peace.